So we're here now in Peterborough, the Memorial Centre, before a Lakers game with the Team Canada 1978 assistant coach, Don Barrie. And Don's actually here with the actual shield, which will be going back to Manchester for the 2010 games. You know, Don, what can you tell us about your memories or your thoughts from that 1978 Field Lacrosse series and that really underdog win over the American Team USA?
I really think it was how a wide variety of players, mainly from the East, there were 5 from the West that were brought in, but how we meshed. And it took a while because none of us, other than the few that knew the field game from the NC2A, knew the game.
Right.
We were new to it completely. We were adjusting to the new plastic stick that just had come out, and we spent much of our practices early with the wooden sticks, the box sticks. And by the time we got to that final game, we were a team that really a team of destiny. We were lucky, to get there, but when we got there, it just seemed that everything seemed to fall in place. I remember sitting in the residence in Manchester with Bob and John McCauley. The late John McCauley, of course, was the other assistant coach. And we were sitting in the floor there in the hall, just trying to figure out what were we going to do, first of all, with the Australians, because we had to get through them before we got to the Americans, and then how were we going to beat the Americans. And looking back now, it was quite a memory and quite a time, and like we learned as we were going, and that was the neat thing about it all.
Awesome. And you know, what are your thoughts about the first time you played the Americans? Was that 24 or
28-4?
20? Yeah, you remember that number pretty closely.
Oh yes.
Wow. And so what did you conclude as a coaching staff that you had to do differently between that game and the final upset game?
Essentially what we did was we realized we couldn't play field lacrosse against them. We had to sort of compress the field and turn it into a box game. And Bobby Allen, of course, the head coach, was a master at the box game, and John McCauley out of Brampton, he just was he had a way with the defensive end of it, and it just seemed that we started to work that way, that we got to make the field smaller and play our game. And we got some, again, as we keep saying, it was some luck involved, but the players adapted. They realized, hey, maybe we can at least make it a game in the final with it, and it just seemed to come together all at once.
Well, definitely one of the biggest upsets ever in sports history, and to be a part of it would have been quite a thrill. I asked the same question of Coach Allen at the end. Don, any words of advice for this year's team? I know that you've got some former teammates on that, or players on that team, and Dave Huntley, the head coach, and Johnny Meridian, also our general manager. Right. Any thoughts that you'd like to share with the guys that they're working with here in 2010?
I think the important thing is to mesh as a team. Like it takes a team to win that. It's a long haul, and they've been through a lot. And fortunately, they don't really have to learn the game as they go. They know the game. They're well versed in that, but they have to mesh as a team. And we just wish them so much luck as they try to make it 2 in a row and 3 for Canada.
Thank you.
Okay.